What's up guys, JV2017 here, and today I'm discussing the recent PS4 console mods beta delay. Yesterday, on June 29th, Bethesda confirmed the news that the beta, which isn't even the actual console mods release on PS4, has been delayed indefinitely. This, in turn of course, means that the official release of PS4 mods has also been delayed. So in this video, I'm going to share what I believe to be a few reasons why the delay is happening in the first place, along with a realistic expectation on when to expect the release of console mods on PS4. While I don't own the game on PS4, I can definitely understand the frustration that many of you are experiencing. It's been a full month since Xbox One owners got their hands on console mods, and you've been seeing mods on PC since launch back in November. Bethesda isn't going to meet their June release window that they had initially promised and then promised again a few more times, and this will be the first time that they've been late on any promised content or update for the game. While this is pure speculation based on objective facts and things that have happened in the past, I have to look at the fact that Bethesda seems to have always had a closer relationship with Microsoft than with Sony. Now, that's not to say that Bethesda doesn't like PS4 or doesn't support it. That's ridiculous. They sell the game on PS4. It's actually the most sold platform for Fallout 4 across Xbox One and PC. In fact, many of you tell me in the comments that the game runs great on PS4, even better than Xbox One. Now, I don't know if that's just mindless console war fanboyism talking, but I do know that previous Bethesda games before Fallout 4 did not perform all that well on Sony consoles, particularly the PS3. As far as I've read, I don't remember, but I did read that it took months and months for lag issues, console lag, frame rate problems to be worked out. And even still, they're not apparently worked out because a certain way that you perform quests and do spells in a certain order cause that issue. That's a serious problem. And so, I can't say that, hey, that's going to translate over from PS3 to PS4, but we do know that there have been issues in the past. A little more recently, we all saw Todd Howard stand up on stage at E3 last year and announce that console mods would be coming to Xbox One at Microsoft's press conference. Later, of course, it was confirmed that they would also come to PS4, but here we are now with this small delay. While I do think it's worth pointing out who Bethesda seems to be closer to, I'm positive that there's no ill-conceived preferential treatment on behalf of Bethesda. Bethesda are not Xbox fanboys, and they do not prefer that Xbox players have console mods first. These kinds of decisions are usually handled by Bethesda the publisher and not Bethesda the developer. This is a similar situation to Activision and their current deal with Sony. Destiny PS4 players get extra content while Call of Duty players get their DLC a full month ahead of Xbox. So if you're going to throw salt, direct it at the publisher first because they seem to handle these issues. It's just the nature of the industry at the moment, so I don't think we should have been surprised by the month gap between console mods on separate consoles in the first place. I do wish that Bethesda were more transparent about the reasoning behind releasing mods on one console before the other. I would like to know if it was truly a one has to come before the other kind of situation, or maybe that a simultaneous launch would have been too hard to handle on their end because, they're running servers for the first time, I feel like, in their games, handling these mods on their end. Who knows? It's really anyone's guess why Xbox One console mods were slated to come before PS4 mods. We do know, however, that PS4 console mods definitely won't be coming out in June, and Bethesda will miss their mark. We also discovered a little over a week ago that PS4 console mods have issues with textures, having no sound, and having a lower storage limit than Xbox One. So when expecting the full PS4 console mods release date, we have to keep those issues in mind that might further delay it as well. I made a video this past weekend on the same issue, sharing my expectations for PS4 console mods release date. I said that if we were to expect console mods on PS4 in June still, Bethesda would have had to have released the closed beta this past Monday, June 27th, to get it out as soon as possible. Then, they would have needed a quick 3-day turnaround to release the actual console mods today, June 30th, on the last day of June. That sort of timeline would have been absolutely ridiculous if Bethesda actually pulled it off. Once again, they needed 8 days to go from closed beta to launch of console mods on Xbox One. We should expect the same amount of time for PS4, maybe even longer due to the performance issues if they expect to iron those out before the launch. With all of this in mind, I think the most reasonable and realistic expectation for console mods on PS4 is the second half of July. If I were a betting man, I would say the closed beta starts during the first week of July, starting around July 6th, and then we can expect the real release, the full release of console mods on PS4, anywhere from July 15th to July 31st. That prediction is based on everything I've shared in this video and my previous PS4 mods video. It just makes sense. They need some time, for that closed beta, between the closed beta and the actual release. And I don't think they'll go longer than a month. I think that would really make PS4 players very frustrated with their game and maybe hurt their, sales for Nuka World, at least outside of the season pass. And so I think they'll really try to get this out as soon as possible, but make sure and iron out those issues first. I'd like to hear from you all in the comment section below. When do you expect PS4 console mods? Do you think I'm pretty spot on with my prediction? Do you think it's going to be longer or shorter? Share what you're thinking in the comments below. Alright guys, today I shared my thoughts on the PS4 console mods beta delay. Next time we will cover more Fallout on my channel, so stay tuned for Fallout 4 tips and tricks videos. If you learned something new or enjoyed this video, remember to hit that like button. I would really appreciate it. And don't forget to subscribe for more DLC coverage, my survival mode live streams, Bethesda.net mods, and general tips and tricks videos. Talk to you guys next time. Peace.